Perfect, 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 perfect.
Yo, you know what it is? Hey, welcome everyone back to Off Page. Cause right quick, you know poetry dropping when the pen clicks and poets get it popping with the pen click. You now rock with your boy Kaé David, the pen click prime minister, joined with my brother Daniel. He's out there in the digital ether. And yes, welcome everyone back to Off Page, a monthly poetry and music showcase where we invite poets from around the world to perform their art, share their stories, and speak their truths. And holy shit, guys, July has been wild. The whole world has been wild. The world is like, it's been inspiring yet crumbling, and at the same time, it's like systems of oppression are still cracking, yet we're seeing the resiliency of people everywhere to fight against it. Super proud of the community and super proud of all of our artists that have joined us, because enjoying and celebrating the arts by Black and Indigenous people of color is a form of protest. We are celebrating each other's culture and we are celebrating each other's art. So thank you everyone for joining us on Off Page. And please share the live by pressing the paper airplane on the bottom right, and let's all enjoy tonight's artists together. So yeah, tonight we got a super stacked lineup. We got 6 dope artists. We got Jonnie Bars, Kaé Cee, Localcolor, Brian Super B Oliva, Matthew Cuban, Arielle Estoria. Yo, it is stacked tonight. But first and foremost, we have our very first act of the night, musician act. That is Jonnie Bars. He's part of the poppin' Pomona hip-hop scene, and his new album, Planet Underground, is a love letter to all the dope hip-hop going on in Pomona. So I'm gonna kick it off to my brother Daniel Hees right now, and yeah, let's get it cracking. Off Page, pen click, gang gang, you know what it is. Hey.
Up and coming MC, putting out conscious hip hop with that Pomona hit, bringing big love and rhymes to match. We rocking with the Schwavy one himself, Jonnie Bars, in the cuts. Thank you for being here, family.
Thank you again for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, God bless. How to represent P-Town. You've always put out music full of conscious and loving bars. How have you been maintaining that soothing vibe through all that's been going on?
Just continuing to stay inspired. What's been going on has always been kind of going on. So you just have to make adjustments and continue to, have your voice amplified through these times, but also just making sure that you're still checking on yourself. You're still taking care of yourself. Meditation, eating right, reading, it's just different things. So trying to maintain a healthy cycle throughout these crazy times, pretty much.
Hey, bless, we appreciate that. Hit him on all streaming platforms at JonnieBars and Instagram to stay up to date with Pomona hip hop heat. And now this is Jonnie Bars Off Page.
Hey. And I may not have my dreams right now, but I'm getting close. I'll prove it while changing intuition to indigo. See the colors, feel rich in spirit. Let it hit your soul. Through humble moments, each lesson serving. Miracles of misery, it won't defeat me, I'm focused. Black label, I'm smoking. Shine exposing my lotus. Like Pele, I got goals. All distractions get swerved. In my lane, I'm just coasting. Staying current, no ocean. Infused liquid, my potion. Now I sip slowly, everything's swaying. Hey, yo. Elevate, it's all gravy. Greatness, the only thing I condone. Ambition, embraced in my zone. Been put in on. Look how far we grown, handling different shit on my own. To understand I am not alone, wait till we on, hey, yeah. Damn, can't wait till we on. Pushing it, no resting in my balls. I need meditation, anxiety taking over me. The universe is talking, lets me know that I'm blessed, hey, yeah. Univering with the emotions, pulling me closer to everything I wanted, moving through these regrets. And I hope that reflects. And I may not have my dreams right now, but I'm getting close. I prove it well, changing intuition to indigo. Yo, see the colors, feel rich in spirit. Let it hit your soul. Through humble moments, each lesson serving. The miracles of misery, it won't defeat me. I'm focused on the day, cause love gon' guide the way. Yo, focus on the day, cause love gon' guide the way. Yo, just focus on your day. Love gon' guide the way.
Yo, that was some healing astral projection vibes by Jonnie Bars. Big ups, Jonnie Bars. Everyone be sure to follow Jonnie Bars for them healing, wavy, schwavy vibes. Yo, big shout out to Sunday Jump. Thank you, Steady. Yo, Steady. That's Stephanie and Eddie Ghana, who run open mic Sunday Jump, and they're like the saints of the West Coast poetry world. So everyone pay respects to the gods. Sunday Jump, you know what it is. And Jesse J. Cole asks, this only on IG Live or YouTube too? This is only on IG Live. The live part is on IG Live, but all the performances will be cut up and sent over to YouTube as well throughout the following week. So if you want to follow us on Instagram and YouTube, please be sure to follow us on YouTube, because we'll be dropping a lot of dope content out there. Especially coming up is next week's Poetry Clash, only on YouTube and Facebook. So yeah, if you're YouTube gang just like me, then yeah, follow us on YouTube. All right, that being said, we got our first poet of the night, and she goes by the name of Kaé Cee. We saw her at one of DPL's Tuesday open mics on the IG Live, and now we got her on Off Page. Hails from Ohio, but finally made her way to the best coast. So we're gonna take it over to Daniel and Kaé Cee. Let's get it.
Here with multifaceted artists representing Columbus, Ohio, we got poet, singer, dancer, actor, and visual artist Kayla Cherie, aka Kaé Cee. Thank you for rocking with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, God bless. You're soon making the move to LA. You are a socially active and conscious artist in your hometown of Columbus, Ohio. What are you hoping to bring with you to join the fight here in LA?
I just really hope to continue to join protests and just be out there, hit the floor running. And even if I'm not doing protests, hopefully I'll be able to donate if I got some money. And I also wanted to continue to mentor, because while I was here, I was a substitute teacher, but then I realized, I think I want to do something more than just necessarily teaching. So I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do in that realm, but I know that I really want to, mentor kids and just work with them. So, yeah.
Dope. Be sure to hit her on IG at the Kaé Cee to stay up to date with everything she'll be doing out here on the best coast. And now, this is Kaé Cee Off Page.
I used to hate the color yellow. To everyone around me, yellow was a reminder of warm rays. The beating of the sun massaging the skin in ways Mother Earth could never. But I hated it. I hated how it made me look. I was more noticeable in yellow. People could see that I was a darkened shade of purple. People could see that my skin did not match the hue that my fairer toned mother held, yellow. And I, purple. Akin to a prune and a direct reflection of the father whose absence made any other color but black feel like needles were poking away at my skin, each prick representing the years I went thinking looking like him was a curse. And as a child, I used to play hide and seek with daylight. Sit under the shade and watch everyone else play, because God knows black people like twig to say, man, I ain't trying to get darker today, yellow. Like that tube top I wore that one day. My ex looked me right in my eye and told me it looked like a hooker, you might want to take it off. And I did. Smiled with a tint of hurt in my eyes as I slipped it off and let it travel down my spine. I never wore that tube top again, yeah. I used to hate the color yellow. But I think what I really hated was myself. But now, thinking of the color yellow starts my day. You ever hear colors? Ever taste colors? Absorb colors? I have. Now yellow reminds me of Saul Williams and Slam. He said, my black gold like bees. Now I love yellow like the fur from my first puppy. I named him Snuggles. Curls that match mine, poodle top kids, little black girl with skin like cocoa butter yellow. Like that nickname he gave me. He spoke French, so when he said it, it rolled off his tongue, slow like honey. He called me Mon Soleil, my sun yellow. Like the lemonade dress that swung so freely as it bypassed shattered glass yellow. Like fall leaves dancing just for my birthday cupcakes in November. Scorpio poison running through my veins. The sky is always brighter in autumn yellow. Like how summer feels yellow. Like the tang I used to mix in my Nana's kitchen. Standing on my tiny tippy toes, stretching to reach the countertops, the powdered sugar that made water taste oh so sweet, tang, that sat in the kitty cups we used to take from restaurants. Yellow, jaune, amarillo, llano, giallo. Yeah, I used to hate the color yellow.
Yeah. Whew. Doesn't that just hit you right in the heart? It's like that was some major healing, cathartic vibes, right? Hold up. Let's everyone, bunch of heart emojis in the chat right now. Heart emojis. Let's see some heart emojis and yeah. No. Let's get some more heart emojis right now and yeah. Let's get some kids for the kids. Yeah. All right. So that was Kaé Cee. Be sure to follow Kaé Cee at the THEE Kaé Cee, Kaeecee. Talented poet. She just moved out to the West Coast. So, yo, all the C-Bus homies, Columbus is in the building. We see y'all. We see Gabe. We see Seth. We see the moms in them. Yo, shout out Gwen. Love you, girl. And yeah, Samuel Hummingbird, Alfaro the God in the building. Shout out King Yao. Yo. That's a poetry royalty right there. And yeah, Noah James, Pomona Hip Hop in the building. Let's get it. Speaking of hip hop, speaking of C-Bus, speaking of the Garns, up next we have a talented homie musician, Localcolor. One of my good friends, Seth Garns of the Everything Collective, helped us out animating our season 1 podcast intro. So by the way, if you want to see the most poppin' poetry podcast, be sure to follow us on any major podcast platform, Pen Clique. But yeah, the homie Seth Garns, his brother, Gabe Garns, aka Localcolor, is a dope producer, songwriter, musician, and just day one homie, yo. So, yo, big ups to Gabe Garns, Localcolor. Super excited to have him on the platform. And yeah, let's go over to Daniel and let's get Gabe Garns, aka Localcolor, in the building.
From Columbus, Ohio, by way of LA, we here with music rising star, putting out heat full of feels and all the vibes. We here with Pen Clique extended family, singer, songwriter, and producer, Localcolor in the cuts. Thank you for rocking with us, star.
What's good, guys? Super hyped to be here and part of this thing.
Hey, blessed to have you. So you stayed releasing fire music during all that's been going on. Where have you been pulling inspiration from to stay so active?
Well, when this whole thing hit, I had a lot of time to myself to reflect upon why I even came to LA in the first place, what I was really trying to do with this music thing. So with all this time to myself, I really put my nose to the grindstone and put out these 2 new singles, streaming on my Spotify and any streaming service that you listen to. So I'm super excited for you guys to hear.
Hey, be sure to follow him on IG at Gabe Garns to stay up to date because he's always dropping new heat. And now, this is Localcolor Off Page.
Saw her walk by. She had a crop top, no bra, and some white chucks. Thick thighs pushing through some tight stocks. Man, I swear that she's so on. pause as she's crossing. Barely know about I think I wanna wipe her up. Wipe her up. Got me feeling all choked up. Man, I wish I had persuasion. The words won't come out, it's causing me frustration. Man, I wish I had persuasion. No, the words won't come out, it's causing me frustration. Never can I say what is on my mind. Let him get away all of the time. Na 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 no, oh. Na 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 no, oh. Na 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 no, oh. I was in the zone, dream about that sweet thing, chillin' all alone, thinking I should hit that. Homie hit the phone, talking about a kickback. He's like, are you home? You should bring a 6-pack. Roll up to the crib, come about an hour late, pour myself a drink, take a sip, almost did a spit take. When I look around, suddenly I spotted my soulmate. Wanna conversate, but I can't seem to say shit. She looking gorgeous, a performance, made eye contact, now I'm feeling like porridge. I'm storing all these thoughts, now it's time to make a move. She could choose, but I got a few small issues. Man, I wish I had persuasion. The words won't come out, it's causing me frustration. Man, I wish I had persuasion. No, the words won't come out, it's causing me frustration. Never can I say what is on my mind. Let him get away all of the time. Na 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 no, oh. Na 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 no, oh. Na 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 no, oh, oh.
Yeah, yo, did all y'all see Localcolor, Gabe's little like smile there? Love it. Yo, we got a lot of love coming from C-Bus, got a lot of love coming from Ohio in the comments. Shout out to all y'all. Also, shout out to, speaking of love, Ashley Vaughn, you know, day one supporter. Thank you, girl. Shout out Rebellion from one of the original off pages. Shout out Rambo Lee. Shout out Proto and Vital Pomona. Ali Gallery Pomona in the comments. Let's go. Pomona strong. Ohio. Look at this. Only on PenClick will you have Ohio and Pomona, you know, sharing their love for these Black and indigenous people of color artists, you know, in the same IG Live. Thank you everyone for joining in on the IG Live. Everyone be sure to share this IG Live by pressing on the paper airplane looking thing on the bottom right. Yeah. And that being said, yo, Rico was good. Neo Solo was good. Ivy some rights, of course. You know, we know what it is. Hey, yo. So up next, we have a poet showing us his music chops. I first saw this poet on YouTube when I searched for Filipino poets back in the day, and I realized this super handsome brother, he can sing and slam, he's just killing it, and I was like, oh man, I might as well just give up, bro, because Brian Super B Oliva, we have him debuting music. So from the slam stage into the music world, we got Brian Super B Oliva. Know what it is. Super excited to have him on. And by the way, please stay after. We only have like, you know, three or so artists left. Brian, Matthew, and Arielle, but please stay because we're gonna debut a very special trailer after this. So yeah, up next, Brian Super B Oliva. Let's get it.
Building community in the SoCal poetry and music scene with love, passion, and a get down of his very own. We here with PenClick Season 2 star, artist, musician, and a part of the Pomona Poetry family, Brian Super B Oliva in the cuts. Thank you for rocking with us, fam.
Hey, what's up, PenClick? I appreciate you guys for having me.
Hey, we love to have you always. So before quarantine, you and MC Prototype were holding space together with amazing live events. How have you pivoted artistically now that live events have been put on hold?
Word, great question. So we pivoted like most have. We've been going through a lot of like digital and online platforms when teaching and kind of still performing, but a big move for me has been moving from the poetry and spoken word world to basically songwriting world. So I've been writing a ton of music. I've been registering myself with songwriting communities. I've been putting out music to producers, and they've been, we've been playing some back and forth to be able to build something beautiful that I could potentially sell and find out where that takes me next. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're excited to hear all that. Be sure to stay up to date with all the music, poetry, and art he stays putting out by following him at Brian Super B Oliva. And now, this is Superb Off Page.
Yo, what's up, Off Page? It's your boy Super B. I brought some of my family with me. This is my ace Rye, and this is Manny Fresh, and this is Silly, a single I will be releasing really soon. So I hope you enjoy it. Without you, that's not a picture at all. You're a daydream I'm trying to recall. Stole all the pics off the wall of my mind, and now's the time to make you mine or draw the line up in the sand. Right now I can't decide, but I understand that letting you go would be silly. You're so silly. You call me silly. That's so silly of you. Doing this, that's some silly kid do. Oh, silly. You're so silly. Call me silly. That's so silly of you. We doing this, that's some silly kid do. First time we kissed, there was stars in the sky. Peanut butter sandwiches, laughing like savages. Rockets to the moon, no intent to land it there. Thunderball, filling up your calendar. Racing face to face. In silence, hoping that the space between us is enough to break the state. But how is we built? Let's not worry about worries, that's so silly. You're so silly. Call me silly. That's so silly of you. We doing this, that's some silly kid. Ooh, silly. You're so silly. Call me silly. That's so silly of you. We doing this, that's some silly kid. Ooh. Oh, let's get it right. Yo, hope you enjoyed it. That's silly. Yeah, you know where to find me there in the social world, and I'll tag them in there too. All right, love you guys. God bless. Peace.
Yeah. Man, how is Brian Super B Oliva so good at everything? You know, he can do poetry, he can do music, he can hold space. Yo, shout out Brian Super B Oliva. Shout out Proto. We're gonna show y'all a little something special after this. But yeah, up next we have another poet who's currently on his music wave right now. We got the one and only Matthew Cuban, slam champion, slam coach for Team The Poetry Lounge, DPL, alongside his amazing partner, Alicia Wise, of course. We got Matthew Cuban in the building. Up next, he's been killing it. He's been doing like the whole, poetry as well as rap, and he's been writing books. Yeah, he's been educating incarcerated youth poetry. Dude, it's dope. Matthew Cuban, really proud to know this guy, and he's doing a lot of good work for the community. So I'm really proud and happy that he clicked up with us to be on our show, and yeah, can't wait for y'all to hear. His new album, Ivana 2, is out now on all streaming platforms, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, without further ado, let's get it. Matthew Cuban.
Decade plus in the slam game and always active socially, pushing poetry in the community as activism and a lifesaver. Now pushing his new hip-hop album Ivana 2 with the same spirit. We got Clique Season 2 star Matthew Cuban in the cuts. Thank you for being here, fam.
Privilege and an honor to join you guys. Always a pleasure.
Hey, always blessed to have you. You and your family stays active in the community, always using the arts as a resource in that fight. How have you been continuing to link your art with your work in the community?
Well, my partner and I's organization, Spoken Lit, is doing poetry workshops through the Poetry Lounge and reading things every Wednesday, every week. I'm also with Street Poets Inc. every Tuesday from 4 to 6, writing a meditation circle, and there's plenty of ways to get in contact. But right now, from this project, Ivana 2, I am taking funds. You can get the whole project for anything over $10, and 100% of the proceeds goes to Black Lives Matter LA.
Hey, we appreciate all you do. Be sure to hit him on all streaming platforms at Matthew Cuban and peep all the work he's putting into the community over at Street Poets Inc. And now, this is Matthew Cuban, Off Page.
What's up, y'all? My name is Matthew Cuban Hernandez from Jacksonville, Florida. This poem is called Blessings off my new album, Ivana 2. Now I shine so bright. I argue with my demons, I'ma win that fight. I'm feeling so conceited cause my soul takes flight. It lifts me off the ground and I do not try. Long as moonlight's bright, I'll be shining now. I'm thinking about my future and it's blinding now. I'm quiet with my homies when we wildin' now. I'm looking for some time to get my silence out before my time runs out. Blessings from my hood, all the bad and the good. Everything I know I should do. Music in a good mood. My mama made that good food I'm grubbing on. Wish I learned to write the song. Mad as hell it took so long. I'm smoking like I hit that bong. I'm broken when I don't belong. An ocean to an empty pond. I ponder about what's going on outside my life. Wrong and right might pay the lights, but days are tight and pockets dry. Prayers at night keep asking why. Still waiting on my first reply to fight them demons still inside. Clip my wings so I can fly when living feels like suicide. I think about my mother's eyes. Time the doctor said she died. Years the devils gave a try. Guess that's just my stubborn side. I grew up tough, it's hard to cry. I never did. I saved so much, got tears to give. For all that died, I had to live. Still, I'm just that fragile kid. Hoping God might grant my wish. I'm hoping God might grant my wish. I'm hoping God might grant my wish. Still, I'm just that fragile kid. And now I shine so bright. I argue with my demons, I'ma win that fight. I'm feeling so conceited cause my soul takes flight. It lifts me off the ground and I do not try. Long as moonlight's bright and I'm shining now. I'm thinking about my future and it's blinding now. I'm quiet with my homies when we wildin' now. I'm looking for some time to get my silence out before my time runs. This is for the days I wanna give in. Writing with my students, provide my purpose for living. That universe took me seriously, but in my heart I'm kidding. Ended with bad decisions. Cut my soul with some scissors, then sold my heart with some stitches. My suffering feels relentless, so tracks all sound like venting. Still food so I can eat, and that judge will hand me a sentence. That neighborhood poverty, a product of their invention. So much high school spent suspended, like feeding family was sinning. Suspected because my skin don't match the house that I live in, but smiling it feels like winning. The hurricanes that I keep in, murder pain through the weekend, can't hurt again, so I'm tripping. Turned up is what they see me as. I need a gas so anger lasts. I keep this hurt, it's all I have. Seen too much, it never lasts. Injunction like a scheduled path. Toss the heat like shuffle pass. Roam the streets till out of gas. Can't focus on a simple task. So roam the streets till out of gas. Can't focus on a simple task. I shine so bright. I argue with my demons, I'ma win that fight. I'm feeling so conceited cause my soul takes flight. It lifts me off the ground and I do not try. Long as moonlight's bright and I'm shining now. I'm thinking about my future and it's blinding now. I'm quiet with my homies when we wildin' now. I'm looking for some time to get my silence out before my time runs out. Sleep. Thank y'all.
Yeah, y'all got the bars from Mr. Cuban himself. Yo, round of applause. Yo, let's see some fire emojis. Let's see some fire emojis in the chat. Come on, let's see some fire emojis real quick, because let's see what's gonna happen. We're gonna get some of these.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I'm gonna get some of these, like, yeah. Hell yeah. Yo, Matthew Cuban, he's the truth. Does a lot of good work for the community. He teaches incarcerated youth poetry. He does a lot of work, social work as well as work with the youth. Very inspirational dude. So big ups, Matthew Cuban. All right. So up next we have our headline poet. This whole evening, we've been showing y'all poets doing music, new poets, and new musicians. Everyone's on their individual wave. And tonight, we are proud to present our headlining poet, who's more with the healing vibes with her poetry and that she gives the audience. It's pretty magical. Like, what she does is beautiful. Like, it's something new. It's not no slam. You'll see. You're gonna see something very special, very beautiful, very lovely. So yeah, from the Bay to LA, we have the one and only Arielle Estoria. Pen Clique, off page. Let's get it.
Representing light and love in everything she does, from the slam stage to international modeling and body positivity workshops. She's always pushing love and empowerment in all she does. We got author, model, actor, and poet Arielle Estoria in the cuts. Thank you for rocking with us, fam.
Thank you. Wow, what an intro. Can you just follow me around everywhere I go?
God bless. We're excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, God bless. You are a multifaceted artist and stay spinning a lot of different plates. How have you continued all the different work you do with all that's been going on?
Yeah, well, I heard at the beginning of the pandemic and everything going on, I had a friend who checked in with me and I asked her how she was doing in return, and she was like, as weird as it sounds, I feel great. She was like, I feel like I was made for a time like this in our society. And that hit me so deep. I was like, am I also made for a time like this in our society? And I think that can be stretched around to all artists. We're all so vital in exactly what we're in right now. I think it's just this constant reminder that artists are so needed in this time right now. So that means I'm needed in this time right now. So spilling art, taking care of myself, and letting people know how they also can show up today.
Hey, that's dope. To get hit with all the love and dope work she's putting out there, hit her up at arielleestoria.com and hit up the platform she hosts over at Dwell and Create. And now, this is Arielle off page.
There's magic in your bones. There's magic in your eyes. There's magic swimming all around in your mind. There's magic in you. There's magic in me. There's magic in us. Fully we believe. I am 1/3 poet, I am 2/4 perfectionist, I am imperfect, chaotic, frazzled, and indecisive. I can be moody and negative, self-deprecating and hypocritical. I advocate for the beauty and importance of everyone else, and I sometimes deny my own. I am often thinking that I won't measure up, I won't achieve any other level of success. Most days I feel like a fraud, like people will look behind my curtain and find a mess of a woman, and they will not love me like still. I love like still, like ocean always coming back to shore, simply hoping to be loved in return. I am in love for the first time in my life, and it is terrifying and beautiful all at once. I am becoming, slowly unwinding into who I've always been meant to be. It's like meeting a distant and yet long for a piece of you that has always reminded you of home. I am home to one too many emotions, to fantasies and dreams that seem as realistic as fairy dust. I sometimes still believe in magic. Hope that it is tucked in the wings of a butterfly, or maybe the dimples of a really chunky baby, in the colors of a sunset, or the way that he looks at me. And they may call me something like foolish, 28 years old and still believing in magic. But what if the thing we're most afraid of is not that it doesn't exist, but that it's lived inside of us all this time, and we called it foolish? Well, then call me foolish, because I can see it swimming in my veins, and every time I take a breath, magic tucked into my very existence and on the tip of my tongue. It is no wonder why these words are sometimes the most necessary healing I've come to know. So call us foolish, because I could see it swimming in your veins. And every time you take a breath, magic tucked into your very existence, so much so that your breath is a miracle, and you are a miracle. There's magic in your bones. There's magic in your eyes. There's magic swimming all around in your mind. There's magic in you. There's magic in me. There's magic in us. If only we believe.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Y'all, I told you it's gonna be something special. Give it up for Arielle Estoria. Yo, that was beautiful. That was, oh man, it's the poetry cheat code is the ability to sing. That's why like Super B got it, Arielle got it. It's like, man, that was magical, right? That was magical, amazing. Round of applause for her, y'all. Round of applause. Let's get it. No, bigger applause. There we go. Yeah. Whew. All right, guys. So that was all of our artists, but we have one more thing to show y'all. Next week is the second poetry clash. Two poets go over 3 prompted rounds, head-to-head poetry competition. And you know the way Pen Clique do things, with our production value, our vision, you know it's gonna be something special. And tonight we will reveal who is gonna clash. Very proud of this one. We got a lot of things going on with this. I'm just gonna shut up and play for y'all. Yeah, let's get it.
Every time Pro and I share a stage, he introduces me as his poetry mentor. Have you ever seen that Karate Kid where Daniel's son beats up Mr. Miyagi? Nope, me either. I want the high minus the weed or the crack rock. I want the feeling of a world championship without actually winning. If you haven't figured me out yet, I'm not in it for the material, I'm in it for the feeling. I guess that's why it's so easy for me to weed out the fake people in my life and start from the beginning.
I'm a battle-tested MC, and this is a clash. His little ahs might win the girls, but my oohs will get that win. I write for the ones overlooked, the outcasts, the underdogs, ones that's mistook. For strange earths, but strange is so strangely unique. But strange is the reason they chanting for me.
What did I say? Yo, these are 2 brothers, MC Prototype and Brian Super B Oliva, who was just on. You know, Brian's been killing the poetry world, and we got MC Prototype who's been killing it with his hip hop front and the business front. And yo, these are 2 brothers who are part of the same National Poetry Slam team. They are co-founders of the Intentions Open Mic, and y'all, we cannot wait to reveal all the promo stuff. I've been like working like a madman trying to show y'all, like really trying to lead by example of like how we can uplift the poetry community with, you know, better production and amplifying the entertainment aspect of poetry by creating characters out of poets and driving narratives and making essentially the avenue for the ability to have poet rock stars. You know what I'm saying? So you can only do that if you develop the character, develop the narrative, really invest in the community and really show people that like this is something that everyone is going to be hyped for. So thank you everyone for tuning in to the most poppin' poetry and music showcase there is off page. Shout out Best Kept who's in the chat. Yo, what's good? Shout out Aubrey, of course. And yeah, Alexandra, thank you so much for saying that. Yo, we try to bring excellence everywhere we go. We're trying to lead by example. You know what it is. And yeah, for more IG live showcases like this, be sure to follow us on Instagram at PenClique, PenClique. And for next week's Poetry Clash, be sure to follow us on either YouTube or Facebook. We're going to be premiering it live. We're going to have the 2 poets in the chat live with y'all. So yeah, you guys can all debate who got what round. It's going to be tight. And yeah, over the next couple of days, like for the next week or 2, we're going to be dropping the individual performances from Pen Clique off page over on IGTV and YouTube. So again, be sure to follow us, and we'll be uploading full res, full HD quality versions of these performances on IGTV and YouTube. An audio version of this show will be available on our podcast. So it's perfect for cruising, running errands, or just chilling in your underwear during quarantine, you know what I'm saying? So you know what it is. Yeah, we're gonna have this audio only on our podcast channel, so be sure to look out for us there as well. So yeah, next month's Off Page finna be cracking. Can't wait for it, and yeah.